Konnichiwa from the Suzuka circuit in Japan. This unique track is a favourite home for motorsports, and it welcomes us back this weekend. Get ready for exhilaration and speed with the Japanese Grand Prix. Drivers will battle it out this weekend on the snaking turns of Suzuka, the only figure-of-8 track in Formula One. High-speed downforce will be the name of the game here, if teams want to secure a place on that podium. This is it. We're down to the last few races of the season, and it's time for that final push. Who will be crowned champion at the end of it all? We'll find out soon enough. The weekend begins here. Here we are, folks. We're back for another day of scintillating F1 action. It's race day.
Haas proved quite resourceful during qualifying. That puts them in a very good position to make the most of this race start. AlphaTauri's qualifying results were in line with the targets set out for the team. They certainly have the potential to achieve a good result here today. And the clouds today look very ominous, which means that teams may have to contend with rain at some point during the race.
The Suzuka circuit is primed and ready to see Formula One's finest battle it out. It's a somewhat overcast day for the drivers, who've now taken position on the grid. There we see Kevin Magnussen. They're in the front half of the pack, so there's plenty of potential for them. And it's Schumacher as the second driver today. They're in the back half of the pack, so they'll need to work hard if they want a podium finish. And we're just moments away now. The drivers are warmed up, they're ready to go here at the Japanese Grand Prix. And it's lights out and away we go.
And here we are now. Let's see, I gotta make a little change here. I gotta bring this down just a bit. Sorry folks, the car volume is up a little too loud, so I'm gonna bring it down about there.
Okay, we're still okay.
Right about there? Okay, there we go, okay.
And McLaren with a great overtake.
Sorry about that. If there's stuttering and splashing around, it's because I was switching back and forth to my monitor screen. Okay, we are underway here in Suzuka, Japan for the Japanese Grand Prix. Gasly's already gone wide.
Let's take a closer look. Now look at this, it's Pierre Gasly. They're way off the racing line there. That isn't good.
So Magnussen started 10th, Schumacher 12th. Magnussen just lost a spot to Norris. But we'll get up there.
Just keep concentrating.
It's 2:01 p.m.
McLaren gain a position.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it.
That's a lockup.
Oh my gosh, what's going on with AlphaTauri?
Now let's look at this. The focus on Tsunoda. It's a lockup.
Oh, and he took Mercedes with him. Okay, a little crazy here so far. But anyway, okay, so what I'm trying to say is, I know in that last race I said I'm putting in my new driver, either Schumacher or Magnussen. They're sitting out. Well, two things. One, I couldn't figure out how to do it. And second, I thought, I don't know. I want to give them another chance. If somebody does poorly again, then we'll see what that means. Let me switch to their onboard cameras, though. But first, let me go through some of the stuff. 2:01 p.m., 2:02, 3 minutes, 0% chance of rain. The forecast looks good. Low track grip high. Schumacher right now, he's got Magnussen in front of him and Gasly behind him. His teammate. Telemetry to see where he is on the track. I mean, he's doing right there. Let's see his car parts, powertrain. He's doing this soft. Well, you see it in a minute here. He's got 42% on his engine, 46 on the airspeed. I think he'll be fine. So I'm not too worried about it. But it's something we got to keep an eye on. He's going with the soft medium today, and we actually used one of his softs. They won't hold when you do the simulate for the practice and stuff. Oh, there goes somebody, just went wide. Multiple cars crashed. Jeez, what the heck's going on here?
It's a collision! Let's see what happened there. Now here we see Max Verstappen.
No, we don't.
And there's the collision. It's caused absolute carnage.
Oh, there it is. Oh, wait a minute. So Verstappen hits the wall, and then AlphaTauri comes and hits him? What the heck? Anyway, he's going red, and yellow. So, who's... Okay, nobody's out, though. All these crashes, and they got a penalty to Tsunoda, but nobody's out. They're actually going to get their cars fixed. That's... See, if we get in an accident, we're out for the race. These guys get into a smash up. No, we got the extra parts. We're fine.
DRS enabled.
They haven't even enabled the DRS yet. Okay, anyway. We'll go around the track once on Schumacher here. Pardon me. So, I decided to give them each another chance, and if somebody blows it twice in a row, then I could see about getting the reserve driver in to replace them. Although I don't even know if that's how it works in this game, to be honest. I think the reserve driver, because it looked like, I said back there, I was able to run the reserve driver, Doolin, I think is my guy. I think he's Australian, I don't know. Anyway, I was able to run him in P1, practice 1, instead of Schumacher here. One second, let me clear my throat. So, I was able to do that, which gives him experience points and is able to develop them. So that's something you want to be doing, and I should have been doing all season. Or at least with my other driver. I feel bad for Fittipaldi. So anyway, but I don't know if I can bring him in. I don't know if he's considered a reserve, like in case something happens to one of these guys. And then only can he be brought in. Or if you could just bring him in and say, because I've been thinking of like Motorsport Manager, where I took my reserve driver and I brought him up for instead of my driver 2. I'm like, I've just had enough of this guy. I brought out my reserve driver and replaced him. The reserve driver actually did better. So I figured that's the way
It's
you
a spin!
could do it here. What is going on?
Here's the replay. Watch this. There's Leclerc. What a spin out!
Oh, and it's he's perpendicular and stopping everybody on the track. Oh, that could be bad. How did they clear that out then? Man, the fans here in Japan, they got they're in for a show. Holy cow. Crashes, spin outs, this thing's like may as well make a figure 8 track here and just go nuts. This is crazy. Oh man. Yeah, that would be fun to watch. Anyway, I'm excited about being in Japan. Japan is kind of a cool visit on the stop here. I was never really crazy about Japan or anything Japanese until like within the last 10 years. Got a son who, likes anime stuff and got to liking some of it myself too. Some of it's actually really pretty good. Some of it's trash, but some of it's good. And got a better affinity for Japanese culture in general. We eat more Asian food now, more Japanese stuff. I love ramen. I love ramen. It's like my only exposure to ramen was like machu ramen, that you buy at the store for 10 cents a pack. And then we went out to a place near us for actual ramen, and I'm like, this is great. I can't get enough of it. But anyway, that's a sidetrack. So it looks like Tsunoda's got he's bumped back. Magnussen's in the points right now. There's Magnussen anyway. I was if you want to know how Magnussen's doing, just look up ahead there. Both. Let's see if I can tell you what happened else. So if one of these guys blows it, next week I'll do whatever I can to try and get my reserve driver in there. But or next race, I don't know if it's even possible. So that's it may be an empty threat. Track rep is high already. The track is pretty warm. 28 degrees. It's pretty warm out here anyway in Japan. I don't know, and I didn't even look because I've just had so little time to look stuff up. that I didn't even have time to look up where this track is in Japan. I mean, if I had to venture a guess, I'd say it's outside of Tokyo. It's obviously not. It's obviously not in an urban, or even doesn't look like a suburban setting, but but it's got to be somewhere close to a city to get all these people here. Although, I mean, trains are pretty pervasive in Japan, so yeah, I suppose you can get out wherever you got to be, whenever you got to be there. But yeah, it's pretty neat to be here. So this is neat to see this track. I'm getting good performance so far on my computer, so it's not right around I get to midnight. That's when things start to stutter a little bit more. So we'll have to see. And I'm running it here in first person. When I switch back to regular mode, we'll see if the camera angles start making a joke. Here we go. This is where I usually start to get the encoding overload. I'll let you know the first time I see it, because I'm looking over at that other screen now to see. It shows up in the lower left when there's a problem, when I get some stutter. But I'm also trying to keep an eye on the race. I've been on Schumacher this whole time. I'm not getting the stutter thing yet. I mean, I'm sure I will, but I'm not going to keep watching. If it hasn't happened in the first 30 seconds there, that's impressive. All right, Kevin Magnussen, my guy in front. Kevy is, who's he got? Well, he's got Norris in front of him, who he shouldn't have in front of him. He should be able to catch him. And his teammate Schumacher behind him. Telemetry where he's at. Let's see how fast he gets going right here. It's kind of a straight section. Oh, 146 miles an hour in that spot. That's not bad. His situation with the powertrain and all that stuff. He's down to 41 on the engine. 21 on the gearbox. Oh, that's horrible. I thought I put another gearbox in there. I wouldn't have put a 21% gearbox. If that thing's gonna crap out, it will. 21%? How did that get past me? I went through all of this in the setup, and I was happy. Not that 41 is any good, but I don't know what happened, people. Unless I took one out, put one back in on accident, that I'll be shocked if he lasts. I don't even know if that's something you can replace. If I can replace it, I'll replace it when he comes in for his pit. He only has one pit. He's running soft to medium. And again, when you do the automatic, the simulated sessions, they just use whatever. I told them use medium tires. Just for practice. Nope. They took them off, put the softs on. I was like, you guys, they wouldn't allow me to keep the soft medium, although I suppose they could, because you don't need 100% tire to do that. And I thought I'd go with the kid just to try it out to see what it does. Maybe it gives him a boost. They're both on softs right now, so you're not going to see an advantage of all. And he's going to come in before Schumacher. Anyway, let's go to Schumacher's over the head. So he's running a gearbox. It's 4/5 worn down. And you can hear every time he shifts gears, it's a little more wear. So I don't know how he's going to make it through this wrap. But we already got track rubber normal. This isn't a wide track. This doesn't look like it's going to be easy to pass here. You're not going to get it there. I think one of the differences with this race is going to be pit strategy. That's it. Pit strategy, and obviously, the driver's got to stay on the track. If there's spin outs and crashes and stuff like that, that's the equalizer. Other than that, I think he sits in this place, if nothing else, all things considered. We're on the interval. They're already in lap 8 of 53, so we're making good time. The lead off the leader, 14 seconds off the leader. He's about a half second behind his teammate. Tires, almost everyone starting on soft. Gasly, the only one starting on hard. That's funny. The expected strategies were going to be soft, medium, soft, soft, medium, or soft, medium. There was no one was expected to use hard. So I'm really surprised Gasly's using hard, and I think he's suffering partially because of now I know he had that little incident earlier, but why the heck is he on hard tires? I don't know, unless he's just, he's going to run up the ladder here when everybody comes in for their pits. Now Verstappen has got 24% wear left on his. Verstappen's in 19th place. This is from all that crashing and stuff. He crashed his car. He must have a serious alignment problem. That's it's jacked his car up to 24%. Where he's gonna have to come in, whatever his strategy was, he's gonna have to go with the soft, medium probably. And as far as all the other softs go, we're riding at 76. These guys are at 60s, 64. So I think we're gonna be okay. I believe Schumacher's gonna come in first. But you know what? We can actually, I think Schumacher's on a fresh pair. He is, because Magnussen started off on a fresh pair. Schumacher also is then. We can call an audible, and we could switch the strategies. In fact, I wonder if I could do that here. But I have to go over here, right? And I can't. Let's see if I do. Hold on one second here. This is drivers, tire history, event sponsor report, lap history. I don't know if I could. Yeah, maybe I go Schumacher. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna switch strategies. This is the first time I've done this on the fly. They're both on the same strategy now because his looking at the tire wear, our tires wearing less. We're in line with Joe and all these guys, but these guys at 61, we could outlast them. So I'm gonna let Schumacher come in at the optimal pit window, switch to his mediums. I'm gonna let Magnus. I don't know. I don't know what to do about Magnussen because it's almost likely he's going to have some sort of malfunction with his gearbox. Do I put my eggs in Schumacher's basket or Magnussen? I obviously can't bring them both in at the same time, so I'm going to bring one of them in at the optimal window, and I'm going to bring the other in. I'm going to let them go long. Even though, so that's Schumacher's wear. Yeah, they're both going to be fairly worn down by then. So there won't be much of a difference. One will come in, I'll call one in, and I'll call the other one in the next lap probably. And we'll see what happens there. But for stopping 19%, he's going to go flying off the track. I don't know how he's doing it. Norris 72, his tire wear is pretty good. Ricardo's right behind us. Now, we needed to be ahead of. I'm sorry, hold on. AlphaTauri is ahead of us. So we wanted to get them out of the points and get us in the points. So right now, mission accomplished. AlphaTauri is out of the points. Gasly's last place, and Tsunoda has a penalty, a grid penalty, or a time penalty. For causing that crash. Now these guys will work their way up, but second now we gotta get McLaren behind us. We need Magnussen to get around Norris, and if we get Schumacher and Magnussen ahead of Norris and keep McLaren out of the points, that way they don't gain on us. And we want to gain on AlphaTauri, and we want to keep McLaren in our rearview mirror. That'd be a successful day. What would stop that from happening? A blown gearbox by my friend Kev here, which, again, for all the crap I've been giving him, would not be his fault. Starting him in the race with 20%, 21%, 80% wear on a gearbox, that's irresponsible by me, and I don't know how that happened. I went through all the builds before we came out here. I would never have let that sit unless I thought I took care of it. Maybe I looked at car 1 and changed it more than once. That had to be it. I must have changed car 1 more than once and thought I had them both. But I'm pretty good about hitting both cars in a row, going boom, boom, boom down the ladder. If you ever watch Tommy Naperville on Twitch, that's where I do the intra-race prep and all that. I don't know how that happened. And now after this race, before we go back to the States, I think the next one's the U.S. Grand Prix in San Antonio, Texas. Before we go back to the States, we got to buy our 5th engine for these guys. So they're going to take a grid penalty there, but they're going to have brand new engine, brand new gearbox, brand new, what's the other thing? Engine, gearbox, and DRS system. So these cars will be like new. They'll love it, but they're going to lose 3 places because of it. And so what that means is we almost forfeit Austin, the U.S. Grand Prix, just to get back in the saddle and then get past that grid penalty and try toward the end of the season to make up for it. I think there are 5 races left in this season, and then obviously for 2023 next season when I come back, whatever team I'm going with, I'm going to pay a lot more attention to engine cooling, because that's going to increase the longevity of these engines and reduce the likelihood that we would need to buy additional. We'd probably end up having to buy a 4th engine and take a grid penalty somewhere along the way, but we should be able to get through a season on 4 engines. Some teams will get through on less, but it depends on what team you're starting with, the kind of build you have. Like a Mercedes is going to have such a nice build to begin with. They probably have good engine cooling to start. Haas is the only American team. So that's that. All right, let's go to his fin and see where we're at. Lap 13:53. We got 40 laps left. We are 21 minutes into the broadcast. 40 laps out of 53. Yeah, so it's gonna be an hour and a half. So buckle in, or go get some popcorn. Come back. Oh yeah, we got Strolls in the pit already. The first guy in the pit is 18th on the board. And I don't even know where the pit is. Oh, he's right here? Okay. Is he coming out of the pit or not? Well, Gasly's going to get around him or not. He's coming out of the pit. Okay, so he may not lose that spot. Let's see if Gasly's on him, but he's not going to get him. Stroll kept it. Gasly's still on those. Verstappen went with hards. I guess because they don't want to pit for the rest of the race. That's got to be what that is. Now Verstappen's going to come flying up the ladder here. You can't hold back the fastest man in the world. Let's get some externals. Track grip is high already. Rubber normal. 4:20 p.m. 28.1 degrees Celsius. So those are the tires. And now if you go next, you can see the pits. We already got the bottom 3 have 1 pit. And I think based on the tires, that's going to be the only one. Charles Leclerc, again, in first place, always. Doggone it. Off the leader, 25-26. We'll sit there for a minute. For a couple minutes. So, yeah. Well, there's some city in the background. All right, so yeah, we're near something. I guess I can't look at them. I don't have my phone with me. As I say, I'll look at them on my phone, but I don't have it with me. Got a new phone last week and got the iPhone 16. I went with the Plus. So there's the Plus, the Pro, and the Pro Plus. In ascending order of. And my wife got the Pro because it has like the best camera. I got the Plus. Saved us like, I think, either $100 or $80 or something like that. Because I didn't need the best camera. I'm coming from a Galaxy Note 8. So even if I got like an iPhone 13, it'd be an upgrade for me, you know. So it's pretty good, but just got it set up. Still, I mean, you're going to switch from Android to iPhone, so there's a learning curve there. That's for sure. But and that's gonna be a process. But it's charging right now for the first time, so I don't have it on me. It does have really good facial recognition. Hold on one second. So impressive that there's mocap features on it that you can link to. I'm using Replicant for character animation to do some of my documentary stuff, and I'm gonna be able to use my facial expressions and real time sort of talk it through, and then I could replace the voice or whatever with AI voice and whatnot. But it's really impressive what you can do. Now I'm going back to the race here, looking at this, and it looks like Russell's starting to ride up on Schumacher. It's probably a matter of time before he gets past us there. 50%. He's 43%. We could. I don't know how he's going to hold him off, but we could try and outlast him. At least Magnussen could. All right, look, these guys just came in the pit. And here we come. We got an S turn to come through. We're going to get around these guys, I think. Maybe? Are they coming out of the pit or are they going in? I can't tell. They're moving in the pit, but I don't know if they're coming. Maybe they are coming out. Or Magnussen's getting his way up. Get up, get past him. Yes. All right, 5th place. Magnussen is 5th behind both of these. When did Alfa Romeo take off like that? Now Magnussen's got Ferrari. He's got signs on him. That's not enviable. He's got signs on him, and Schumacher has Russell. And it's a matter of time before these guys pass us, as you could tell. He doesn't even have his DRS on, and he's catching us. But it's nice to be in 5th place, at least temporarily. You know? And Schumacher 7th. And we're ahead of both of these guys. So Norris went in. And I think he's back there. Oh, wait, is he? Yeah, Ricciardo's here. So now I'm looking at tire wear when they're talking about coming in for the first pit. Because we're pushing this. Let's see. Alonso's in the pit. He's going in now. All right, we're going to get up there. Okay, there goes Sainz.
So we're P6.
Yeah, don't worry about it. We're going to get 5th here. We're going to come in. We're going to get 5th back when we get around this now. Russell's still behind
Ferrari,
Schumacher.
advance the race position.
Yeah, we saw it. You don't have to watch it twice. Okay, we're back to 5. Schumacher up to 6. He's still holding Russell behind him. Oh, he went wide. Come on, man. Well, he didn't.
Look at that! They've run wide!
Minor underfloor damage. Minor underfloor. Okay. All right. Minor's okay. He's still 5th place. Schumacher's 6th place. Russell has 38% wear. So we can outlast Russell. He's going to come in before us. We can get some past him. Bottas is going to come in before us, and so is Leclerc. So that looks pretty good. But then what do we have to worry about? Leclerc's going in now. Okay, Leclerc's not going to, but Leclerc's so far ahead of us, we're not going to catch him. Yeah, he's gonna be out well ahead of us. But both of those Alfa Romeos are gonna come in behind us. We got to worry about Ricardo because he's there and he's gonna come in about the same time that we do, or he's gonna try to. All right, Joe's going in. We're gonna get around Joe. Bottas can't come in now because Joe's in there. So that's going to get us up to 4th and 5th. All right, Ricardo just went in. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, Schumacher. Look at you, kid. All right, well, maybe then I'll have Magnussen come in first. You know, Schumacher's got a little less tire wear and he's out in front. And they got Hamilton behind us. But Hamilton's 79%. So Hamilton's going to get ahead of us. Perez is going to get ahead of us. Alonso's going to get ahead of us. Ocon. Albon won't. So we're going to drop 1, 2, 3, 4. So Magnussen will go to 9th. Yeah, I'm sorry, excuse me. But at least, our best case scenario, Magnussen goes to 9th, or Schumacher goes to 9th, Magnussen to 10th. That's our best case. So how good this looks now. Oh, there it goes. Oh, now you got both these guys. You got Perez there.
It's not over for us.
Passed twice like a punk. All right, what am I a Magnussen
Mercedes
for?
moved up a place.
Just keep concentrating.
We're going with Magnussen's back to 7th. They got Schumacher up here now in 4th
Red
place.
Bull moved up.
Yeah, see, but he's got the DRS on. We don't. So he's gonna get around him there. He's gonna push him to 4th. Ooh, almost went wide.
We will totally catch them up, okay?
Yeah, I think he's performing pretty
It's
well.
a race position gained for Mercedes.
All right, Bottas in the pit. We're nearing the pit window. Perez trying to get around us. Magnussen's ahead of Alonso. That's good. I'm watching that back there. Alonso's trying to pass him on the inside. Magnussen being defensive. What's going on with Alpine? They like upgrade their cars significantly? Come on, kid. Keep that inside corner. Ooh, look at him go. He's fighting. Oh, yeah, lost it. Okay. I don't know. I'm still pretty impressed with what he's doing there.
Typical.
You know?
Red Bull gained a place.
Look at it, though. He's going for him. Look at him, though. He's getting aggressive. Look, there you go, kid. Don't take no crap. Perez. I'll give you Perez. Yeah, with Schumacher in front, with slightly better tire wear and a better position, I'm going to have Magnussen going first. And at the optimal, he'll go in, and then I'll wait one more lap and send in Schumacher. He's got Alonso behind him. We got ahead of Magnussen. I don't know why. But let's see what this looks like here. Alpine, man. We should be ahead of Alpine. These guys shouldn't be beating us. Why would you slow even more there? Why would you let them? Come on, dude. That's embarrassing.
Wow.
Glitch is getting to a rhythm.
That's a good overtake
Yeah,
from
we saw.
Alpine.
Don't let him get away with it, kid. Go get him. Go get him. Just don't spin out here. Don't spin. But they're pulling away from us. What's going on with our cars? Are we not... I mean, I've been upgrading our cars. Are the other teams upgrade them like crazy? Or what's going on here? Look at him. He's pulling way away. We got to stay in the points. Magnussen falling back to 8th.
Alpine just advanced.
Magnussen's going to get passed by Williams. I wonder if it's his gearbox. Just messing with him. I don't know what to expect here. 43%. Albon's going to pit. Albon's the only guy behind us that's going to pit. Somewhat, you know, in the near future. You know, we'll see Ocon pit again before the end of the race. Joe, I think, is good for the rest of the race here. Left 22 at 53. 26 laps is just under the halfway mark. Ooh, wow. Darn it, kid. What's with you guys? Alpine.
Okay, we're still okay.
Who's... Alpine used to be nothing at the beginning of the season. Come on, guys. Just... It's making me sick. Who ran wide? Anybody helps us out? No?
They've gone wide.
Science. Yeah, he's up ahead, but it didn't really... Yeah, he's still up there. He's still in second place. He's got a comfortable gap for second place. Oh boy. Yeah, so it's going to pause on Schumacher and say optimal pit, and I'll say ignore. And then with Magnussen, I'll say go ahead. And then when Magnussen's in the pit, I'll call Schumacher in. And we're still in the money, but we're gonna lose those spots when those other guys pass us when we're in the pit. Here it comes. Yeah, I'm going to ignore. And I'm going to open pit options for Magnussen. So he's on this. He's going to go to the mediums. Car parts. We can only do front wing. We can't do... We can't change anything else out. We can't do any other car parts. The only thing you can do during a race anyway is the front wing. But I guess... Yeah, I guess that's all we can do. Sorry.
Box.
Box.
Alright, Albon's in the pit, so he's dropping back. So Schumacher's still in 7th place. Still under softs. Down to 35% wear. Magnussen's at 34. We got Alfa Romeo climbing up behind us.
I locked up.
Unbelievable.
Understood,
We
understood.
can take a look now. Right,
Just-
watch this. There's Schumacher. Thank goodness nobody else was involved. That was a big crash. And the team had such high hopes today.
No, we didn't.
What a shame.
I'm very, 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 very sorry. Jesus.
So you're out of the race?
Team,
Out
are
of,
you okay?
out of the race?
I don't know what just happened.
Oh. Well, I mean, we may be in the pit at the same time. Also pitting this lap, yeah, I see. Car parts, we can't front wing minor damage. We can't change the car parts. Well, we may get... They may be waiting for each other in the pit. I may be doubling up here, 7th and 8th. Schumacher's 8th now. Cancel the pit stop. Magnussen's sending the pit now. Alright, now he went around. Now I'm going to send him in. Okay, pit options. Okay, and then we'll go with the mediums. Next blank up. Okay. There we go. Pit this lap.
Box now, make a box now.
Come to the box.
To be honest, I fully expected one of my guys to crash. Just...
Try yellow ahead.
Okay.
Albon.
Let's have a look. Now watch this. Here's the moment involving Albon. They lose it there.
Gotta get
That's
perpendicular.
the spin.
Alright, so Magnussen doesn't have anybody behind him. He's got Ricardo and those guys in front of him. So Ricardo, Bottas. Ricardo's going to pit. Russell's going to pit. Russell's too far ahead. But Ricardo's going to pit. He's going to get ahead of Ricardo. Schumacher. Where is he? Yeah, he's got these guys right behind him. Norris is going to come back in before the end of the race. Schumacher won't. So... Alright, let's watch him come into his pit. He's in 7th now, but he's going to fall back several places. We're going to be out of the points, at least for a while.
Company pit entry.
Yep, understood. And white line, white line.
And the problem is we're at the end of the pit row. So all these cars go flying past us. We're not even in yet. Not even in yet. Drop, 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 drop. Finally. His teammate's going to get around him, but other than that... There goes Schumacher. Alright, so 12th and 13th. 12th and 13th, so now, alright kid, now at least you got fresh tires, no more spinning out, right? Major gearbox wear. You have serious wear, we might lose it soon. Yeah. That's about all we can do. I mean, we're kind of out there, you know. Wait, who are we talking about though? Right? What did I just? Who did I just did for Magnussen? Right? Yeah. Okay, I thought maybe I did that for Schumacher. Now Schumacher's 13. Magnussen is 12th, and he's up ahead still. So here he is. I think I could hear noises with this car. Gearbox is showing a bit of wear. Minor gearbox wear. Yeah, we're just. Oh my gosh, people. So we're out of the points. The team, okay, the team that was ahead of us in the points, Alpha Tauri, they're out of the points. That's good. We're not going to pit again, but we could still crash. We want to get up into the points, which means we got to get around Ricardo. Ricardo is going to pit. And Norris is going to pit. So we should get ahead of, if we don't crash out. We're at the halfway mark. Both of the McLarens should come in for pit. And we should get ahead of both of them. If we do, Magnussen's up at 10, Schumacher's at 11. Or the switch, actually, probably be Schumacher at 10, Magnussen 11, because Magnussen's had to slow somewhat because of his gearbox wear. Russell 2 is going to pit, but Russell's way ahead. Both of those McLarens are close enough that we should get around them when they pit. Now Bottas and Joe, they're good for the rest of the
I think
race.
someone's run wide.
Science, yeah, but he's still in second place. I'm not going to watch it because it didn't really affect him that much. So that's basically it. Of everyone ahead of us, the ones who are going to pit, who were within range of making a difference, are the McLarens. And if this works out, if we could stick with them, stick up here, and get past both of them, either Magnussen or Schumacher would get 10th, and the other one would get 11th, and we would get points, and we would hold McLaren behind us. So we have to not crash, and we have to get up. We have to close the gap between us and them, because they got to be ahead of us. I'm trying to think of when they're going to come in. We got to be close enough behind them that when they go in the pit, we pass them. If they're up far enough ahead, which they're getting out there. If they get far enough ahead, they get in the pit, they can come out before we get up to them. Doggone it. Track rubber's high. Track rubber's very high. 1 minute, 10% chance of rain. 31 degrees on the track. 27.9 outside. 2:43 p.m. And we are past the halfway mark. 47 minutes into the broadcast. Shoot. We gotta. Here's where we gotta really gain some ground on McLaren. We can't have them that far ahead of us. Now they're tangled in with Bottas and Russell. So, but when did McLaren all of a sudden get good? I don't know why everyone else is getting better but us. I mean, we're making changes to the car build. We got better aerodynamics. We even stole Alfa Romeo's aerodynamics guy. We brought him over, and I don't know. I think we can still get around McLaren, but man, I want them to come in now. I want to. 50 and 56. They're not going to come in till their 30s, though. So we really need to be, catching up right here. We need to be catching up. Come on, guys. Let's see, because if they went into the pit, I'm looking at where they are right now, and I'm trying to imagine them going into the pit. So they're going into the pit right about now. They'd be slowly going down there. Slowly going down. They'd be getting toward their bay about right now. They'd be stopped. Now they'd stop. And about now they'd start to move. So we would get past them, but barely. We can't fall farther behind them than we are right now. So what is the difference? The differential. Let's see the last lap interval leader. Okay, so we are 11 seconds behind Ricardo and like 12 seconds, 13 seconds behind Norris. If it got to 20 seconds, that's going to be, in my opinion, that's probably going to be too long, too much. If when they go to pit, we're more than 20 seconds behind Norris, I'm trying to think. 20 seconds, going to the pit, and then you're going to lose about, yeah, I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But they're not stopped most of the time. They're going slow though. But I would imagine, yeah, 20 seconds maybe. But anything over 20 seconds, I don't think it's going to work. Hold on. Oh, this is tough. Let's go on board again. The problem is I mean, he's bringing it down when he can. You can actually hear like the engine not running right, or the gearbox or whatever. He's worried we're going to lose it, so we pulled back on the strategy. Stroll's in the pit. We have to apologize to him. It's not his fault. And then the next race, buddy, you're going to have brand new gear. It's going to be awesome back in the States, but you're going to pay a penalty. You're going to have to lose 3 places in the standings or whatever. There's a teammate. It's like partially cloudy. 1 minute, 35% chance of rain. I don't think we're going to get rain or anything like that. Where are we at? He's still 12 seconds. 12 seconds from here to there. That's doable. In fact, if we can keep it under 15, I'm confident that if he's 15 seconds ahead of us, we end up doing okay. But now again, we got 22 laps left, and he's got gearbox issues. So, I mean, if he drops out all the way, then Schumacher's our last chance. The good news is if Schumacher doesn't have, like, these guys are back a little ways. Schumacher holds them back. We don't have to worry about them if they stay behind us. Let's keep an eye on that. Schumacher's 17 to 25, so that's 8 seconds. We'll keep an eye on that interval. And if it's coming down in another couple minutes, then we're worried that they're catching us. Because if he could stay ahead of Williams and he doesn't have a blowout, he can get past both these guys when they come in, and he'd get the points, and we would have AlphaTauri, out of the points. We'd have McLaren out of the points, and we would gain like 1 point. So it would be just a very, very minor advancement for us, and about the best we can hope for. It's sad that's the best we can hope for. You know what I mean? Oh boy. Okay. So, is this Leclerc? Is Leclerc about to pass the line? He did. The first place, we're gonna get lapped by the first place driver. 20 laps left to go. So, Williams, 18:27. What did I say, 8 seconds? He's now 7 seconds back from Schumacher.
I locked up.
Ugh,
Okay, understood.
come on, man.
They've locked up and gone straight on. Let's take a closer look. Now just focus on the Haas.
It's not a gearbox thing. That's
And
your
there's the lockup.
same
It
frickin'
almost
spot.
got away from them entirely.
Quit locking up. Quit locking up. I'm asking you, please. I'm begging you. Quit locking up. Quit slamming on your brakes. You guys, they had very high confidence in the upper 70s in their setups. All right, Norris is in the pit. Norris is in the pit. Ricardo's going to go around again. We're going to get around Norris. This is good. This is good. Magnussen's around him. And more importantly, Schumacher, because I think Schumacher's our best chance. Although, I mean, Magnussen now is a good amount out. All right. Keep him behind you. Keep him behind you by good ways. Schumacher to Albon is now 5 seconds. 5 second difference. Well, that was because of a lockup. And Magnussen is actually reducing his pace when he can to preserve his gearbox. And he's still doing as well as he is. Now we're going to have Ricardo going to go in on the next lap probably and take him out of the points. And Norris is going to be climbing up behind us. Track rubber very high, track grip very high now. This should be Ricardo's pit lap. Let's take a look, see what's going on here. Is he going in? No, okay, he's not going in yet. All right, we're getting away from him, getting away from him. His teammate's back there. All right, I'm cautiously optimistic. If nothing else extraordinary happens and things continue on like they are right now, we should hold on and get points and keep our competitors behind us. I think how that says how hard we have to try just to get into the points. Where these guys are getting points every year. They're going for podiums. They're going for the, you know, we're at a breakneck battle for 10th. But it's almost like you're doing another race. You know what I mean? Like this whole season, that's what it is for us. We're trying to get into the points and keep our closest teams out. And that's like battling for 10th place. All right, Ricardo's going in now. All right, we should get Ricardo here. We're not going to get Russell. Russell's going to come out before because they're probably right at the front. He probably already went in and stopped, and now he's on his way out already. Yeah, he's coming out the back end there, although looks like Magnussen getting around him. Yes. Schumacher, not so much. All right, now Russell's going to come back and get us, but now we've got them both out of there. And especially since Magnussen is reducing his speed at points, Russell's going to get around us. Schumacher to Albon, I can't tell what that difference is, so, you know. But I think Albon's back there at that corner, so I think we're okay. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be Magnussen because Russell's going to get around us here. Now, let's look at tire wear. Yeah, everyone else is going to be able to make the race. That's 36 and 53. I mean, Leclerc? No, they won't come in. Everyone's out for the rest of the race. So this is this is basically where we are. But he's reducing his pace where he can to, and there he's got the DRS on. There goes Russell. It's okay. All things considered, if nothing else changes.
It's a race position gained for Mercedes.
And now the thing here is, we're in a good spot now because Albon's the guy behind him. Although, who we got coming up our ass here? Who's... Oh no, he's going to pass. He's going to lap us. Leclerc's going to lap us. I'm like, wait, who's coming up behind us? Leclerc's going to pass us both. But if we don't both wipe out, if Magnussen's gearbox blows out and he drops out, Schumacher will just leapfrog him and take the 10th spot. He's got this sort of a gap between him and the next guy, which I think he can maintain through the rest of the race. The only thing that could go wrong now, the worst case scenario, is his gearbox craps out and he goes wide and smashes into a wall. And I laugh nervously because that should be such a long shot that I shouldn't have to worry about it. But with the way that, I mean, I got the Super Smash Brothers working for me here. They can't seem to stay between the lines. I wouldn't be surprised if Magnussen's gearbox craps out and Schumacher hits a wall. But if that doesn't happen, if both of those things don't happen, we're on pace here to pick up a point on the team ahead of us and keep the team behind us from gaining on us. But obviously, we got, 15 laps left? So we gotta race conservatively for 15 laps, knowing that the guys behind us are punching it. But like I say, that's close, but they just stopped in the hairpin. So now he breaks out a little bit there, but Ricciardo's pushing. And he's 7 seconds off of Schumacher. Now Zhou's in the pit. I don't think we're gonna catch them because we gotta slow down right here. So I think Zhou's safe. Bottas just leapfrogs him. We're slowing down the curve. He's at the stop now. He's got the tire. Now he's already on the move. He's on the move out. We could try. We're not going to get him.
Someone's run wide.
Verstappen run wide. Verstappen is not having a day here. I'm not going to watch it. But all right, Zhou's right ahead of us. All right, so he's right there. So yeah, we almost caught him. We almost caught him. I still don't know about next season. I know I've said there's no way I'm doing Haas, but Haas is the only American team, so I've got that affinity. But of all of these teams, now I mean, who doesn't love Ferrari, you know, Mercedes? But that's just a little too much. I've always really liked Alfa Romeo. So if I were to go on just like name brand that I really like, I could see maybe doing Alfa Romeo. I did not expect them to be where they're at right now, though. We were pretty neck and neck with Alfa Romeo early in the season, so I don't know. What happened. We even stole their aerodynamics guy. So I don't know. Schumacher's coming on up. I mean, you know, like I said, Magnussen's had to Bottas in the pit now. I don't think we'll catch him. We're close. He's not stopped yet. We're in the turns. And he's coming to us. We're going to catch him. We're going to get him. He's coming to a stop right now. We're going to get around Bottas. Now, he may get it back. There we go. We jumped him. Schumacher 2. Schumacher 2. Very nice. That I did not expect. But I don't know if we're going to keep Bottas off us. He's gonna gain. Where are we on Ricardo? 7 seconds still. Only 2 seconds for Bottas. I think Bottas is gonna get around Schumacher. We got 13 laps. I think Bottas will get around both of us. And we'll end up in 10th. But it's nice right now, at least, to toy with the idea that if he stayed back there, he's now. See how close he is already, to Schumacher. He's 2 seconds off him still. Man, if we were to hold him back though, if we had 2 guys in the points, that'd be insane. Just too many laps left though. 13 laps. Because there's Bottas. You could see him already. There's Schumacher and there's Bottas. And he's probably got his DRS on the whole time. Let's go to Schumacher. His car doesn't sound bad. Right, there's his teammate ahead of him on the straight. We're going in the straightaway. There's how far he is. And there's Bottas. He's about equal distance between his teammate and Bottas. Now when we get to the corner, we're going to slow down. And he's going to gain. But we hit the gas coming out of there before he does. But he still seems to be gaining. Bottas is good. Alfa Romeo's good. But 12 laps left. I don't know. I mean, it's possible. Like, best case scenario, we stay ahead of him. Most likely scenario, he passes us both, and we still get a point. Because we're not really competing with Alfa Romeo. They kind of have us beat there. Worst case scenario, both these guys crap out and we get nothing. But he's right there. I mean, Schumacher's coming on the gas. He's getting off that corner. The only thing is we don't have our DRS enabled, and he probably does. Although I don't know if he's close enough to do that, though, or not. We took that turn better than he did, didn't we? But now we're slowing down. Boom, he's right there. And now he's going to use his DRS on the next straight, right here. Here we come. Yeah, I can see his fins open already. He's going for the pass, but Schumacher's good at defense, and he stayed out ahead of him. I still think he's going to pass us, but we're putting up quite a fight. 11 laps left. If he can get off the corner quick without spinning, get a little distance. Run another sort of straight here. He's not using the DRS yet. Oh man, this is tough. Just watching from reverse like a tail gunner. This is kind of a fast curve around here. No DRS. He's going to use the DRS on this long turn, and that's where he's likely going to get around us. Off that turn. Here he goes. He does not have the DRS enabled, but he's gaining. So he's got a better layout. But we didn't give him a chance. He's gonna put it on here. That's where he's gonna make his move. Here we go, and there it's on, and he's out. And now he's gonna outpace us because we don't have ours on. But the kid didn't just hand it to him.
So we'll totally catch them up, okay?
All right, that was anticipated. And it looks like he's going to get away from us.
That was a position gained for Alfa Romeo.
Yeah, I know. All right. I mean, heck, it would be so nice if Schumacher can hold him out. He won't, because Bottas is going to go aggressive at the end of the race. But how cool would that be, though? To get 2 points or whatever. We got 10 laps left, but he's not going to hold him for 10 laps. He's already racing. He's holding off his pace at corners because of his gearbox. Now I could tell him to stop doing that to try and preserve this position, but then he may be more likely to blow that. And Ricciardo is 2 seconds behind Schumacher now. So he's threatening to catch him. This could be bad. This could be bad. And there's Bottas trying to get around him. He's holding out in front. Way to hold out. Way to close him out, man. There's Ricciardo. Doggone. If McLaren gets around him. I might uninstall the game. 1 hour and 11 minutes in. And all of a sudden Ricciardo's just pouring it on. Oh, you got Ferrari that passed him. Well, that slowed him down. And another driver locked up. But Ferrari slowed him down, but now Ferrari's going to slow us down.
We've just had a crash on the track.
Norris.
Let's see what happened there. Now just take a look at the McLaren.
That same corner.
That crash is terrible news for the team.
It didn't take him out of it, though. He's just fading back just a little bit. Right, there goes Bottas on the side. Yeah, see, because now we got doggone Ricciardo's right behind Schumacher, and he's going around him. Son of a gun. Phew. Schumacher.
Let's just get into a rhythm.
If Ricciardo gets around us both and knocks us out of the points, we get nothing.
McLaren gain a position.
And McLaren gains a point. I have to replace somebody next week. Oh my goodness. Balanced, right? I don't want him to conserve. Pace, standard.
Okay, Kev, no management required, so push as much as you can.
I can't have him get around us. We gotta risk the blowout because we can't let McLaren get around us. Because we're falling to 10th now, and we got the guy behind us. From the team behind us.
Typical.
From the team behind us that could gain on us in the points if they get a point and we don't.
A position gained for Alfa Romeo.
So we got 7 laps left. We need 7 laps to stay ahead of Ricardo. This is tough. This is tough. That's Bottas. There's Ricardo right there. And he's going to use his DRS. Now we have to use our DRS. Otherwise Ricardo's going to take us. So we can't wait for him to do it. We got to use the DRS. He's got to kick your DRS on, man. In fact, I may even tell him to use it on this next straight, just to use it.
Mode push.
Copy that.
Doggone it, man. Even though that guy... Oh, I'm so furious.
And McLaren with a great overtake.
I am so friggin' furious. I'm not someone who's easily upset. But holy cow. And you're not even on him. He's getting away from you. 6 laps left. And here you are. You better put your DRS on the next straightaway. I want to see you get the DRS on right around here. Slap that sucker on. Get on him. Get around this punk. Get your spot back. Coming through here now. When you come around on this straightaway. There you go, here you go, DRS on. Alright, there you go. There you go. Gain on him, gain on him. Right on him, trying to get around. There you go. Keep racing like that. Maybe you get him before the end of this race here. Got 5 laps left. Forget about your gearbox. If it fails, it fails. Then it's not your fault. But if it doesn't fail, it's your fault. It's Ricardo. It's McLaren. They're behind us in the standings. And all of a sudden he's going to be like Superman. Schumacher's totally out of it. It's all up to Magnuson. He's either going to do it or he's not. The battery's drained on the ERS. We got because it crapped out. The ERS crapped out.
6 laps remaining.
Because the ERS is junk. The battery's drained out. We got no ERS effectively. Because that was subpar before the league started. Oh my goodness. Look at Verstappen's going to end in last place. Alright, if your ERS crapped out, then it's not your fault. I just can't believe McLaren is going to get the point and gain on us. We won't get any. So we won't gain on AlphaTauri. We won't get any closer to them in front of us, and instead the guys behind us will get a point closer. And we'll get nobody in the points. Second straight week. Ugh. Just... Ugh.
5 laps remaining.
Yep, Ricardo's getting way out ahead of us. As long as Ricardo doesn't go wide or spin out or something or lock up, they're going to take that point.
Here's the replay. All eyes on Kevin Magnussen.
That has nothing to do with your ERS
Oh,
or
a nasty crash there.
or your gearbox. That's just bad driving, son.
That's going to be a big blow to the team. Will they be able to recover?
Look
We'll see.
at the expression on my face.
All okay, Kev?
Yeah, my bad, sorry.
I am not surprised. Yeah, take a pit. Oh, no, there's 3 left. There's 3 laps. 3 laps left. Whatever. Well, you're irrelevant. Schumacher's our best bet, and he's not doing anything either. Now look at it. You can't even see Ricardo. Wow. Yeah, as he comes around here, Ricardo's almost all the way down there at the end.
At the line, there'll be 4 laps to go.
Oh. This is our worst case scenario. Remember I said our best case scenario, we get 2 guys in the points. Our worst case scenario was that one of them crashed out or whatever, but essentially what that meant was we get nobody in the points. We get nobody in the points. Nobody in the top 10. Both in the back 10. No points. The team ahead of us didn't get any. That's good. The team behind us instead picks up a point, gets closer to us. Just and haven't had a good race from either one of these guys. Haven't had an impressive race from either one of these guys in Again, this doesn't have anything to do with his ERS or his gearbox.
We've just had a spin. Let's take a look at the replay. Now just focus
bad
on
driving.
the Haas.
Yeah.
What a spin!
Looking like a fool out there, Kev. Ugh. It'll say the race will end,
3 laps to go. 3 laps.
and they'll say it's a great race for Schumacher. He can be really happy with the way he performed today, even without any points. We got lucky that AlphaTauri did so poorly, and we weren't able to capitalize on it. And then the board will come back and say, "You're doing awesome," and in one email, and then in the next email they say, "We're a little disappointed with that last race. You need to be doing better." Whatever. We're gonna get better. We're gonna get better parts for the next race back in the States. We're gonna get new engines, new ERS, new gearbox, all that stuff. We're gonna take a penalty. I think 3 places. So if you got like a 9th, they'll actually get like a 12th. So it's going to be a write-off even with the new parts because of the penalties. We just got to hope the race after that, which I think is like Mexico City, we get back in it. Hey, last lap for Charles the clerk, who is way up there. Yep.
It's not over for us.
He got passed. By Albon. Oh my gosh.
Starting last lap, Mick. Last lap.
Last lap. Charles, the clerk, is going to come in pretty soon. He's going around the back end. Oh, people. We're going to be in about an hour and a half. Don't worry about your tires. You got a slight overheat's not a problem if you got less than a lap to go. Charles Leclerc about to pass the finish line, followed by a bunch of other people. We will watch this happen. Yellow flag. I don't know what they're showing up with yet. What are they going to show first?
That's Leclerc! Charles Leclerc is today's winner. Let's have a look. Look at that! Leclerc takes first place!
What an achievement! Sometimes you take the incredible skill of these drivers for granted, but not today.
There we are. Where do you go, Ferrari?
Checkered flag, checkered flag.
I'm very sorry about that.
Yeah. Yep. Should be. All right, folks. Catch you on the next one.
Checkered flag.
Yeah. Hard luck again, guys.
He's living the dream. Exceptional work from Mick Schumacher. Haas there having a very successful day at the races.
You're completely right, and what a day for all the fans of the team as well.
After the race, they sit in 7th place in the constructor standings.
Coming up next, we'll be crossing the pond all the way to Texas for the twists and turns of the United States Grand Prix.